now. Today, our instructor is Mr. John O'Neill. This is a guy who's had so many life experiences. He has known what hard work is. He has just worked dawn to dusk, pounding nails and roofing and helping people improve their homes, and then he realized he wasn't getting the value that everybody else was, and then tragedy struck. His whole world changed, and he didn't let it get him down. He didn't stop. He knew that he had to provide for his family, and he found a way in real estate investing. He has become super successful. He has a nationally recognized businessman and mentor. He takes a lot of pride in building that success in everyone around him, and today he is with us here today. John, good morning. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Ron. I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. See if I get these controls turned over to you now.
All right. So, thank you for having me out. I'm excited to be here with everyone. And Ron, thank you for being here in the mornings to get these kicked off and being so diligent with that. We really appreciate that. And welcome everyone on the line. I'm excited to share with you guys some things that I've been preparing to talk with you about, and some things that I would love to help you connect to. What I do need to do though is, Ron, I am in need of getting the controls over to me here. Oh, I got it. Here we go. All right, guys. So, my hope is all of you, well over 50 of you that are on the line, can hear me, and that you can see my screen, because I have some things I want to share with you for training today in a pretty brief amount of time that I have to do it. So some of you know me, some of you don't, and I hope that I can help you somehow, some way. Just a quick reminder, if you're not on mute on your line, please do so that everyone can pay attention to what we've got here. What I want to talk to you today about primarily is what the heart of your business is about in Renatus. It's many of us start in Renatus to learn some things, but what I mean by what is the heart of your business about,
Yes?
sorry, hey, thank you guys. Thank you, Kevin, for letting me know that. Can you also let me know that you can hear me now? Somehow mine got muted. Okay, thanks, Kevin. All right, sorry about that, you guys. The point I'm trying to make here is very simple. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And we all start in Renatus to learn some information. And we want to learn information about real estate investing primarily, some of us about business concepts. But we think, and we have this perception as we go about building a Renatus business, that what we know is the important thing, and it's not. It's not. What we know is information. Information is only useful if it applies in an environment that it changes your life and other people's life. So, you can have your brain full of useless information, useless knowledge even, but you've got to have a place to apply it. And as you go about looking at what you need to focus on here in Renatus, it's who can you get to know, right? And then who do you know right now, and then who do they know? that is pretty much the number one lead strategy that I have ever used is, who do I know and who do they know? And then how do I build my network of people that I know? And then the last frame of this is, how do they know me? Okay, write that down. How do they know me? One of the reasons why we always have an MC and why we always have somebody to introduce our speakers and presenters is because it gives the frame to be able to edify. Write this down. Edification is one of the most key skills in learning to build a Renatus business. How you edify the person that is going to be delivering the information that is going to help you bring value to somebody. Okay, so your skill right now in the beginning part of your business is learning to edify the event, learning to edify the person presenting at the event, so that they can deliver the information in a way that makes you look good, right? And so it's not what you know, it's who you know and how they know you. And as you go about building your business, you're going to learn a few things. And what I recommend that you learn to look for with who you know is the person that is the coin in the room. The coin stands for the center of influence networker. Okay, so there is always that person, or even persons, but usually it's one person that is the center of influence networker in the room. If you are not that person and people are not drawn to you in the room, if it's not your personality type, or in that particular room you're not that person, go find that person and you'll know who they are. I mean, they're the person with a group of people around them. They're the person introducing people to other people and then moving on. You know, go find that person, walk right up to them and make an impression, right? The way that you make an impression is, you have a couple different ways that you can do it. But what I recommend to make a good first impression is that you show up as the person that you want to be perceived as. Remember how I said it's how they know you? Well, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. You don't ever get a second chance. So the impression you need to make is one of confidence, one of professionalism. You need to look them in the eye, shake their hand. Guys, if you're shaking their hand, shake their freaking hand. The thing, when a guy comes up to me and gives me a limp hand, it makes me want to slap him in the face. It really does. If you are a man, shake their hand like a man. Look, women, you guys are a little bit different. You're beautiful and graceful most of the time, and there's no reason why you need to crush my hand. But fellas, just give them a firm handshake, look them in the eyes, introduce yourself, and don't stick a business card in their face. Business cards are for card flickers. Card flickers get nowhere in networking. The entire purpose of walking up to someone and introducing yourself to them is not to give them a card. It is to make an impression. Okay, so just remember that. And as you do that, you are going to learn the power of, networking. We have a lot of fantastic books on networking within our Audible account. I recommend that you get into a few of them. One of them that I really like, I mean, I'm not kidding, this is the actual title of the book. It's called Mr. Schmooze. It's a real book, and it is a really powerful book in our Audible account about an individual that understands the principle of business is about people, right? Business is about people. And remember this, you guys, and if you have the chance, write this one down. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know and how they know you, okay? And then your network is your net worth, right? We have a saying in this business that every dud knows a stud. So people do not care about your product. They don't care about your product. They care about what your product will do for them. So be a people person. Be someone that is there for the people. One of the reasons why our community is growing so rapidly with Elevate, and we have people from all across the country coming to visit us every week now, other IMAs and other marketers in Renatus coming to see what we're doing, is because we understand the principle that it's about the people. And we also understand this tremendous principle of why we do events. We have steps of this business, right? Create leads. That's the find the people. Tell the story to those people. That's the edification, by the way. Build for events. Well, the reason that we do events is for one major reason: social validation. All right? Social validation. They need to see that it's working for somebody. Look, people, they do business with people they like and they trust. And they make a decision to purchase an intangible $20,000 product, not because the benefits and the features of that product are so tremendous and so knowledgeable and so fantastic that their brain's going to explode. They purchase the product because it's emotional. It's emotional to see so many people succeeding, right? They've got all these people. There's people everywhere. And every one of them are like, yeah, it works. Yeah, it works. It works. Come and join us, right? It's the Star Belly Sneetches. The Star Belly Sneetches concept. It's a children's book called The Star Belly Sneetches. And it's this imaginary world where they have these stars on their bellies. And everybody started having them. And this guy made a star machine to put them on the bellies of the Sneetches. And every Sneetch with a star was special. But then all of a sudden, everybody had a lot of stars. And so it wasn't special anymore. And so the same brilliant salesman created a machine that removed the stars from the bellies of the Sneetches. And then it was cool to not have the stars on the bellies. You guys, all we do here in Elevate is the Star Belly Sneetch thing, right? There's a story of the salesman that sold shoes. And he went to America and everyone was wearing shoes. And he said, oh my goodness, what an opportunity. But everybody already has shoes. I guess I can't sell any shoes. And so he goes to his friend and he says, you know what, this shoe selling business I have, I don't think it's going to work because everyone already has shoes here. And the salesman says, I'll buy it from you for $1. So he buys his friend buys it from him for $1, and he goes and finds the market in America and sells it. And then he hears that there are people in Africa that don't have shoes. So he goes to Africa and he goes, oh my goodness, it's amazing. Nobody has shoes here. And he sells shoes to everyone in Africa. Now look, which salesman are you? Are you the one that says, no one has shoes here, I guess I can't sell any shoes? Or everyone has shoes here, I guess I can't sell any shoes? Or are you the salesman that bought the business for $1 and said, no matter what, no matter how, I choose to bring value, and with value we'll make money? Because my friends, write this one down. You can either make excuses or you can make money, but you cannot do both. I many times hear people tell me things and I'm filtering it through, okay, that's an excuse. Okay, yeah, that's an excuse too. All right. And I'm doing this internally and I wait and I listen until they're done. And then many times I don't have to say anything because they realize that all they're telling me are excuses. Look, I don't know anybody. There aren't any people where I live. I don't know how to talk to people. Every single one of those things is an excuse. Look, I'm not a person that can just walk up to somebody and have a conversation. I know, you know what, you guys, this might surprise you, but when I came into Renatus, I had never spoken from stage before in my entire life. I was not a presenter by trade. I had never been in a sales company before. These are all skills that I learned, and I learned them from the people that were doing them. If at any time in your Renatus career, anything that I've said has ever inspired you, then I'm grateful for that. And that's what I hope to do. And let me help you by telling you that if I've inspired you, then let me now motivate you to realize that I'm just a regular dude. right? I just put my pants on one leg at a time, just like Scott Rowe and Bob Snyder and everybody else. And I have worked diligently at the skills needed to become the person that I am so that I attract the kind of people to me that will help me build the business, not make excuses. So it's not what I know, although what I know and what I've learned are pretty phenomenal things. It's who I know and how people know me. And as I've increased my network, my net worth has greatly increased. So focus on the people, focus on the social validation, focus on the emotion of people wanting to do business with you because they like and trust you. Remember the law of attraction. The law of attraction is a super real thing, right? It is as much of a law of our world as the law of gravity. What you think about will come about. What you think about will come about, right? So what you think on will become what you act on. What you act on will become your habits that you do daily. And your daily habits will define your life because that's your character. What people are drawn to is your character, who you are. Are you being truthful? Are you being honest? Are you being clear? Are you being concise? Are you somebody that does not vomit on people a bunch of information they don't want to hear? Look, paint the picture of possibility with people around what you're doing and focus on the people. Focus on what they're looking for. Remember, it is not about you. It's about them, right? People don't want to know how much you know. They want to know how much you care. People don't want to know how much you know. They want to know how much you care. So be a caring person, somebody that's relatable and authentic, that focuses on not the knowledge, but the people. Socially validate through, links and webinars and events on your social media posts. Make sure that your message aligns to what it is. Look, if you're driving a 15, 20-year-old car and you're saying I'm a successful millionaire, then you're lying, right? Unless your message is I'm a successful millionaire because I drive a 20-year-old car and all of my money's in real estate. Let me show you all my properties. But if you're saying I'm a real estate investor and I'm successful, and your message doesn't align to it, then people are going to doubt you right away. Now, however, you're driving a 20-year-old car, your message should be, I invest in properties, not vehicles. Come work with me, right? That you just align your message to where you're currently at in your business. People will trust you, they'll follow you, you'll socially validate what's going on, you'll introduce them to the fastest growing team in the nation with some of the most productive producers there are. Learn to edify them and learn the stories, because edification is just sharing the story of the individual at the front of the room and doing it powerfully. And you'll do great. Focus on the people, not the knowledge, and just bring that knowledge to the people. And remember that you don't necessarily have to be at the destination. You just have to be on the journey, and you might just be a couple steps ahead of them. Just invite them to follow you as you are moving forward. All right, with that, you guys, it was a great morning. Thank you for being here. I'm excited to see you this week at our events. I'll be in Hawaii. If you're there, hit me up. We'll go surfing. And I'll see you on social media this week for sure. And remember, it's not about you. It's about them. And bring value to them, and your money will increase. Simple as that. And so will your influence and your ability to help more people. Okay, have a great morning and a great week. We'll talk to you all later.